Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's ETA Prime back here again. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Fallout 4 Special Edition MSI CLAW. Before we get started, I do want to mention that you can't purchase this Special Edition unit from MSI. Basically, the only way you can obtain this is if somebody gives it to you, and I will be giving this one away. Details will be coming later on in the video, but it's going to be super easy to enter. You don't have to do anything special. So let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box. Now I gotta say, I do like what they've done here. And basically what we've got here is the higher end MSI CLAW with a 1TB NVMe SSD. Personally, I think what they've done here does look really good, but I'm a bit biased because I'm a huge Fallout fan. I have been for a very long time now. A little bit of Vault-Tec branding. Up top, we've got that metallic green grille along with the bumpers and the triggers. Fallout logo and MSI logo on the rear. Definitely looks like it's kind of been through it. When I first heard about this, I figured it would just be a skin on this thing, but yeah, I mean, we've got those custom rear buttons, the custom triggers, D-pad and everything. It's almost like a metallic army green. Originally, their plan was to mass produce the Fallout 4 version of the MSI CLAW, but then they decided against it, and I'm not exactly sure how many they did make of this, but the ones that they have right now were basically all modified by hand, and that's why there's such a limited amount of these units out there. And again, there's nothing special going on inside of this one. It's using that same Core Ultra 7 155H. We've got 16 gigabytes of LP DDR5 RAM, that 7-inch 120Hz IPS display. This thing always had really good sound. It's got those front-facing stereo speakers. It's using the same dual fan cooling system. We've got that Mystic lighting RGB around the analog sticks. And MSI has been working really close with Intel to get the GPU drivers correct here. Performance has increased across the board with the MSI CLAW, be it the 135H version or the 155H version. New BIOS updates and an overboost feature here from our performance menu does allow for much better performance in most of the games that I've tested here, but it's still fallen behind in some games when you compare it to other handhelds on the market. Either way, I think MSI has been making some strides to try to get the best performance out of this for people who picked it up. And if you haven't updated to the latest BIOS, the latest Center M, and tried out Overboost, definitely give it a shot on your CLAW that you have right now because it does help out quite a bit. And just to give you an idea of what kind of performance gains we're seeing from these new drivers, they have a chart over on their website. So driver and BIOS update, February, Monster Hunter World was only running around 40 FPS. Cyberpunk 2077 did not do a good job at all, coming in at 29, so on and so on. You can check out the chart here, but with the latest April driver update and BIOS update, Monster Hunter World, a gain of 105% up to 82 FPS, 94.5% in Cyberpunk 2077, 56.4 FPS, and with something like Forza Horizon 5, which is one of my favorite games, we've got a 70% gain up to 87 FPS. And yeah, this is a game that I've actually been playing on this CLAW. It definitely runs so much better with these newer updates. Of course, if you're watching this, you're probably interested in that Fallout limited edition version. They're holding a lucky draw over on their website. I'll leave a link in the description. And with this lucky draw, if you buy an MSI laptop with an RTX 4080 or above, or an MSI handheld like the CLAW, you can take a couple extra steps to be entered into the lucky draw and hopefully get one of these Fallout Edition CLAWs. But like I mentioned, I will be giving the one that we have here away. Now I've only got one. If I had more, yeah, it'd definitely be a lot easier. But basically, to be put in a drawing for the one that I have, all you need to do is leave a comment down below letting me know what your favorite Fallout game is and why. That's it. No extra steps. On September 30th, 2024, I'll use a random YouTube comment picker and pick one person to get this. Now, again, I've only got one to give away. If I had more, it'd be a lot easier for more people. But this is the one I have, and all you need to do is leave a comment down below letting me know what your favorite Fallout game is and why. And of course, I did want to show a couple games running. So first up, we've got Fallout 4 900p medium settings. This is running better than it ever has on the device, but I will admit that since Bethesda updated Fallout 4, I have yet to test it on older firmware with the MSI CLAW. At the time of making this video, this game is definitely one of my favorites, and going into this, I actually wasn't expecting to see great performance on the Claw with it, but with FSR 3.1 and frame generation, which does work with this Arc-eye GPU, I'm actually really impressed by what I'm seeing right now. 900p medium settings and FSR 3.1 is only set to the balanced preset. And the final game I wanted to show off for this video was Forza Horizon 5. Again, my favorite arcade racer, and we did take a look at their website, their updated performance chart with their latest BIOS and the latest driver update. This game was listed, but I'm seeing even more of a performance boost than they stated. I'm at 900p medium settings with XeSS set to balanced. I believe in their chart they are using XeSS set to performance. And of course, we're still using that overboost feature, but we're seeing an average well over 108 FPS with Forza Horizon 5 and the latest updates on the MSI CLAW. First and foremost, the MSI CLAW is definitely meant to be a gaming handheld, but it's not going to stop you from using it as an everyday PC. One accessory that I've been using quite a lot recently with all of my handhelds is this ProArc portable Bluetooth keyboard. I think it has a 2.4 gigahertz dongle that comes along with it, but we've got that built-in trackpad. And just using the built-in 7-inch display on the Claw along with the keyboard itself does work out quite nicely when you're on the go. And having a trackpad and keyboard, in my opinion, is kind of what you really need to get some work done. You could definitely do everything with the touchscreen and an on-screen keyboard, but it just makes life so much easier using an external keyboard like this. And if you're not into trackpads, you could always pick up a smaller mouse, but there's several to choose from. These little portable keyboards will come in handy when you're traveling with your handheld. I've been using this one here for about a week and a half, and I do plan on making a video along with a couple other accessories that I picked up at the same time. So if you're interested in seeing a video like that, make sure you hit the like button and think about subscribing so you don't miss the next one. But I gotta say, when using a handheld like this as your desktop PC, your best bet is to use a larger monitor. We've got USB 4 on the MSI CLAW, so if you did want to connect an eGPU, you definitely could, but most of the time what I do is just plug directly into a USB Type-C monitor, or use some type of USB Type-C to HDMI dock. That way we get a few extra ports. Like for instance, the one that I have here is by JS-Aux. We do have gigabit Ethernet, 3 USB 3 ports, so we can charge the Claw up while it's docked, and we don't have to worry about battery or anything like that, so we can actually max this thing out. And remember, with the MSI CLAW in manual mode, we can go up to a 40 watt TDP. So overall, I do love what MSI has done with this special edition Fallout 4 Claw. Love the look of it. We're not going to see any better performance because we've got the same chipset, that Core Ultra 7 155H, but with all of the optimizations and BIOS updates from MSI and the Intel Arc-eye GPU drivers being updated continuously, we are seeing much better performance now than we did at the original launch of the Claw. And just a heads up, recently I was in Germany and got a chance to go hands-on with the upcoming MSI CLAW 8 AI Plus. This has a much larger screen. We've got Hall-based analog sticks, Hall-based triggers, an 80 watt-hour battery, and it's going to be powered by the brand new 2nd gen Intel Core Ultra CPU. 200V, I'm not sure if they're going to go with the Ultra 7 or the Ultra 9 with this, but what I tested so far did look really good, played very nicely. The new mobile Core Ultra chips do have a much more powerful CPU with 8 Xe2 cores. I've been doing a little bit of testing with their new chip, and so far performance is very, very promising. 120Hz VRR display, and if you're interested in checking out the video I did, I'll leave a link in the description to that one, but it's still a ways off, so we've got some time to wait for the MSI CLAW 8 AI Plus. But if you're interested in trying to get your hands on one of these special edition Fallout 4 MSI Claws, I will leave a link to their official website down below. They've got the lucky draw system going on right now. But remember, there's a chance you can get your hands on this one right here. All you need to do is leave a comment down below letting us know what your favorite Fallout game is and why. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. I really appreciate you watching. If you've got any questions, let me know down below. And like always, thanks for watching.